Chablis is one of those areas of the world where the name Chablis has kind of preceded the reputation of what's in the bottle itself. A lot of people have heard of Chablis, but not everyone knows that what's in the bottle is 100% Chardonnay. And I've served Chablis to a lot of quote unquote Chardonnay haters that when they get a glass of Chablis, they absolutely love it. It's so crisp, it's so refreshing. So it's one of those things where yeah, a lot of people have heard of Chablis, but not everybody knows that it's Chardonnay. In this case, Jean-Marc Brocard, Chablis, St.Claire. So Jean-Marc Brocard makes Chablis from every part of the Chablis appellation. So you've got everything from the Petit Chablis at the very bottom of the appellation to St.Claire appellations on the hill. So everywhere in between. St.Claire is his iteration of about 3 or 4 parcels that are next to the church, St.Claire, on the hillside next to the winery. Chablis itself is sort of like at the northern end of still winemaking in France. So I mean, next stop north from here is going to be Champagne. And we're talking about white winemaking at the edge of the world. So at the edge of the world, you know, we really find like those climactic conditions that produce both the greatest vintages and the most challenging vintages. 2019 and lots of years prior to this, Chablis has been notoriously hit by frost. In this case, it was the first week of April. There was, if you look up pictures of Chablis and frost, you'll see pictures of the hillside dotted with tiny little lights, like the little smudge pots they use to move the air around and try and move frost away. When you get hit by frost early in the season, you damage the canes, you damage the buds, you damage like the flowering. It's kind of critical that you do what you can to avert frost damage. But when you do get it, there are some sort of sad upsides. And one of those is that your yields are drastically reduced. And so the plants put all their effort into making the best possible bunches of grapes from what they've got. So 2019 across Burgundy is generally a very, very strong vintage for white wines, sadly, because there was so much frost damage. Yeah, Chablis, I mean, it's one of those wines that is super collectible. It gives a great cross-section of a very small area. There's so many different iterations stylistically of Chablis, from the very lean to the very rich. I think this one falls sort of right down what I like to drink as like a refreshing aperitif sort of wine. Yeah, just lots of lime, lots of apple, like that, with from a little bit of lees, some sort of like kind of like almost dairy, like cheesy notes. I often find Parmesan cheese in not actual Parmesan cheese in the wine, but just that smell of Parmesan cheese in the wine that comes from those kind of leesy notes. Yeah, this is a fabulous bottle glass of Chablis, 2019 Jean-Marc Brocard, Chablis St.Claire. Enjoy.